641-9474.
Yeah, it's the Yeah I Said It podcast, episode number 146. Ill Rand is back.
DJ the DJ, what up, though?
J.A. to the Y Young.
J Young, if you're slow.
I don't know what it is with these headphones, man.
You're not acting right.
I'm join the rest of us.
Yep. It's a wrap on that part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, they were working it the first few times, now all of a sudden, it's a no-go.
What's wrong with your dog?
I don't know, man. He wants to come in.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, man, 601-641-9474. Can I say 4?
For sure.
That's the number to call if you want to call and drop us a line, man. Have any opinions on whatever it is we chopping it up on.
Yeah. Or send us an email at yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. That's YEAHISAIDITPOD@gmail.com. If you have any questions, complaints, cares, or concerns for me, my cohorts, and constituents, please drop us a line. Let us know what it is that you think and or feel.
You dig?
Yeah.
So we back at it, making sure everybody's up to par. We minus the Humvee, man. The Humvee didn't make it out tonight, but y'all know how that go. So Diesel's in here.
Yeah.
Diesel, say something, nigga. All right.
Ain't got nothing to say.
He ain't got nothing to say right now.
He'll be on the show later.
Yeah, so we in here, man. It's been quite a few things that's come up over the last week or two.
Yeah.
But shoot, what's been going on with y'all?
I got a unwanted promotion, I guess.
Unwanted promotion?
You said that like it's bad news,
I'm
huh?
trying to get away from these people, man. These people
They
love
steady
me.
trying to pay you more money, huh? Steady appreciating you. How dare they?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Ain't nothing like being appreciated when you don't want it, boy.
Yeah, so I'm an engineer now. Is that better? Since I got there, they've been pushing for me to go on the engineering side. So they want me to try my hand in product engineering. I've been hearing that I would be a good engineer for like the last 8 years.
Yeah. How long you been there?
8. With this company, I've only been with this company 2 years.
Okay.
But I'm talking about it from other companies.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah. So I started off in purchasing, and they like, you're an engineer. You good? You can do the purchasing thing, and that's good. But you're an engineer. You're somebody with your brain. You need to be an engineer. And I'm like, I don't want to be an engineer. I just. But yeah, so
Too late.
yeah, here we go. We gonna see.
Well, congratulations on the
No,
promotion.
no,
Congrats on the promotion.
no,
You got more money?
no.
You didn't?
Yes.
You did? Okay. So congratulations on getting more money.
Yeah.
You have less responsibilities?
I hope certain people don't listen to this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to travel this much?
I'm gonna have to go to India
For how long?
India.
like a week.
When?
I don't know yet.
Tell him you need an assistant to travel with you.
You don't want to go to India.
Why not?
Like hell I don't.
Man, the place is mad dirty, B.
Okay, I want my experience to know that it's mad dirty for myself. I won't just take your word for it, sir.
Everybody that has gone to India from that office has came back sick.
Well, I'm not from that office.
I don't want to go.
You have to go. You don't
I
have a
don't
choice.
even want to be a product engineer. I don't know why I said yes.
Why you let them punk you into getting more money?
I know, right?
Those people.
It ain't that much more now.
What you mean?
It ain't that much more. Ain't like I'm just some experienced engineer.
But
with,
you said that like as if getting paid more money, somebody's gonna feel sad for you.
I'm not saying feel sad. I'm just saying like it's not like a huge bump in pay. That's all.
So it's not 6-figure raise.
The 6-figure rate. I wish it was a 6-figure rate.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
Like, you had to think about it for a second. Like, hey, how much did they get?
Yo, you in the new tax bracket?
Enough about me.
All right, we trying to get you caught up.
It's not that. Like I ain't gonna put all my business out there. Like that, man.
This guy.
Yeah. Would the judge feel jealous now?
This.
I mean, we're not here to judge.
This.
DJ, what's going on with you?
Oh man, I just been doing some projects, man, moving around.
Did you get a bump?
No, I didn't. I wish I did. Yeah. I'm already at the top of the company. It don't work like that. I just gotta get more projects.
You see that? You see that floss?
Yeah.
You see that floss he just did?
Slid right on out of there.
At the top of the company.
Yeah. I've always liked talking like that.
I know.
You know why? Because I feel like people don't accept like when good things happen to them.
Yeah.
They take good news as like, yeah.
I know, man. I know.
I don't believe that.
I don't
feel like
either.
we don't celebrate enough.
We
or
don't.
party enough.
Yeah,
Like, let's have a good time.
We need to, man. I know.
So, yeah. But, so, I don't know how much about this I want to talk. But I'll just say this. Without getting into where I was and why I was there. And, of course, I'll tell y'all off air. Well, me and you were just chatting about it. But being in court, the way they talk in court. First of all, why do we adhere to this like so antiquated way of doing anything? Like they don't even speak regular English in court. Like I don't know what language they be speaking. And it's like for two who had with thou then like,
That old English, huh?
yeah.
Why y'all speaking like Shakespeare?
Yeah, it's all very Elizabethan in here.
Wow.
So that's unnerving. And then the manner in which a judge will speak to someone in the courtroom is so disrespectful.
Tell me about it.
It is so
Tell me about
dog.
it, man.
Like you, bro. If somebody talk to you like that in the street, I'm not even that guy. We fighting. Like we scrapping. Like you not
Straight
gonna,
up.
man. Man.
Straight
Like
up,
it's
man.
it's. Listen, if you are bored, I don't care where you are. If you're in the United States of America and you're bored, go to your local family. Go to your local family court. You can just sit in there.
Yeah.
Like dog, like the stuff that's going on is like, what?
Wow.
They did what?
I'm gonna tell you where they talk even crazier to you. In the county, they talk to everybody crazy in Harris County, dog.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. They call you faggots and oof, boy, it gets bad and everything. God, yeah, they talk
Yeah.
crazy to you.
Well,
It sounded like the opening scene of a Full Metal Jacket.
Get your bitch ass over. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk to people bad in there. I'm like, damn.
And attorneys look nothing like attorneys on television. Like
what do they look like?
frumpy. Everybody looks frumpy. It's like
Well, that
Yeah.
that
lifestyle
suit couldn't
doesn't.
come from longer ago than the fact. Like
Yeah.
nobody's like. There's no nice tailored suits. Like man,
A lot of
off
those-
the rack.
Not a lot of
A
them,
lot
huh?
of those
worn,
guys
like
are
I wore
public
that 2
defenders.
times this week. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
A lot of those guys are public defenders, though. I think.
man, they be looking like public defenders too.
Yeah, and they don't make a lot of money.
That's that public defender money right
Yeah,
there.
they
huh?
don't make a lot of money.
Suit mark.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying. They-
everyone in this room make more than public defenders.
So look, what they need to do is that there has to be a revamping in the system somewhere. Like there's no reason courts should be as backed up as they are.
Absolutely not.
Like there shouldn't be. There's a, you know this. If you come outside at like 9 o'clock, or if you look out the window at like 9 o'clock from the building where you are, there's a line outside the criminal court every day. It's
Too many
this is
daggone
ridiculous. What
criminals
are
in
we
this
doing?
city. Cause too many criminals. You need to stop hitting licks
We need
and,
more- we need more
and selling
courts.
drugs. And
They need something. They need to fix something. Something wrong somewhere.
there's too many criminals. That's what's wrong.
I don't think that's what it is.
Everybody in Houston
know what,
darn near a
though?
criminal. Scamming,
a lot of that
doing
stuff,
something.
at least from my standpoint where I see it, a lot of that stuff is like it's stalling.
Yeah.
It's taking people that don't need to go through that whole long process
Right.
and making them sit there, come back, wait, redo it, come back, wait again. It's like it's some things that could be streamlined. It's not. There's some people sitting in there that don't have to sit in there.
Yeah. I went to set out some tickets, and I remember when I got there, I went there I had a couple of tickets. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go here Friday after work. The latest, I'll be home sometime Saturday.
Is that what you thought?
Nigga. I came home Tuesday morning.
How long ago was this?
This was like 2016. And I ain't got a ticket since.
Because I know.
Because somebody who is who's an officer told me, don't pay them people your money, just go sit it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening to you because you an officer.
Man.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go in and be out Saturday. So I went in Friday night. I ain't even much go to court. I went to a magistrate. I want to say
Another old word. Like,
yeah. I went to see a magistrate. Maybe late Friday. You lose track of time because ain't no clocks in there. So I'd estimate it was like late Friday, early Saturday. So they tell me, I'm like, I already know, I'm just sitting out tickets. So leave me alone. So I'm ready to go home after this.
mm-hmm.
You gotta go to court. Go to court for what? I know I'd have sat these tickets out by now. So I wait till Monday morning.
Of course.
To go to court. And I went to court early Monday.
On TV?
No, we went to actual court. I go to court. At this point, I'm like, dang, I know my job probably looking for me and stuff. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I didn't tell my job.
Weekend
Yeah, I'm thinking to just go be out by Saturday.
In and not just like a robbery.
So I go to court Monday morning. He's like, it's literally like 5-second interaction. Like he looks, all right, you good. Your tickets are taken care of. You can go. Time served. Like it's literally like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm finna go home from there.
Nope, you got to process.
Dude, this was Monday morning.
Yeah.
I didn't get out until Tuesday morning.
Yeah. There's more waiting.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, why?
They move you like they herding cattle.
Yes, you go from tank to tank. I made it all the way to the floor. Like I got to a tank. I only slept one night. When I finally got to the floor, I slept. I even got a bottom bunk, so like I guess I'm like a G or something.
That's a good G.
Yeah, it was some brothers that like I went straight to the brothers when I seen them, and they gave me a bottom bunk. They like, man, you got that one right there. You just shoot. So I felt like a G. They had an SA sleeping above me. I'm like, yeah. So man.
They didn't tell you what was wrong with that bunk, though, huh? Why nobody else wanted it?
Nah, somebody just left.
Okay.
Somebody just left.
That's it.
So it was open, and they
We'll
like,
take that.
we giving the brother the bunk. We ain't going, nah. They're like, nah, you got it. That's you. All right, cool. Because I went like somewhere else at first. They like, nah, you with us. You with us. Come over here. They gave me the bunk. Shit, I bet. Then I remember being in there and seeing two dudes fight over a cinnamon roll, like real fight over a cinnamon roll. I'm like, this ain't for me. This is Shutter Island for real. Like, let me out. This is corny. This is like, it's stupid. I'm like, y'all niggas is really fighting over a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid. Hold on, man. I don't know how niggas can get used to this.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
I don't know how niggas get used to this. This is corny.
Yeah.
I ain't never getting another ticket again.
Yeah, my experience was shorter than that, and I hated it just as much.
It's stupid.
Like,
And
I
then
knew I hated it when they had to make the phone calls, and like you can't hear it. It's like,
you got to put your ear to the thing.
bro, I was like, oh, this is totally ridiculous.
Hey, did you see how they be getting water from the back of the toilet?
Yeah.
Say, man,
Yeah.
I ain't no jail nigga, man.
I
What? We drink water from where? Man, when I tell you I was so dehydrated, when my whole body just cramping up as I'm trying to get in bed, body just cramping up because I ain't had no water in days. Like I'm drinking like them little juices and stuff, man.
Yeah, I was.
Ain't no way I'm drinking water out the back of a toilet. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't nothing happening. I'm just finna die.
In by like 7 on Sunday, and I was out Monday morning. But it was like, I'm never doing this again. This is just.
Yeah, like man, I'm just not gonna get no more tickets.
I'm paying them.
That's what I mean.
Paying them immediately,
Yeah.
like.
That's what I do.
Nope.
That's what I do.
Court dates,
Yeah.
none of that. Paid.
That's
You
what I
will
do.
be
Yeah, I'm
paid,
guilty.
sir.
I did it. Just let me pay because I don't.
I don't care about insurance going up. I don't care about none of that.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you.
This is what we not gonna do.
So when we process or not, we getting ready to go home, and they calling people. So they calling people. Hurry up, motherfucker! I'm like, now to me they call, they say Barnes, and then I went on and we went and did my thing, and I ain't had that problem. But other people, like, come on, bitch.
Yeah.
Then if he give any kind of resistance or he say anything, start over. They put him all the way back in another tank, and he got to go through processing all over.
It's cruel and unusual punishment.
I'm like, that is crazy. I seen him do it to 2 people. I'm like, you can't call no grown man. You can't call no grown man a bitch and not respect some kind of reaction out of him. Man.
Matter of fact, you know what? Before I got to the telephone, this is when again, as soon as you get in, you go through this whole little processing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you where to sit
Yeah.
and who you can and can't talk to. And they was like, all ladies on the back.
Oh,
if we catch you turn
that
around
area,
talking to
yeah.
huh? Can't talk to who? I was like, this is not.
Yeah.
Listen, the people who are really in charge, if they saw that, I think that they'd be like, this is not how this is supposed to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as you go up that ladder and, you have different commissioners and then eventually you get to representatives and governors and I bet if Sylvester Turner went in there, he'd be like, stop doing that. It's not, don't do that.
There's definitely people who they have their idea of what they're supposed to do as a authority figure.
Mm-hmm.
Just have something to say about everything.
Right.
Because I've definitely seen that. And I just be like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everything's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that's those abusive power people.
Yeah, it's just like they had a bad day or whatever, and they just take it out on. They come to work and take it out on the people at work. That's just crazy to me. I'm like, bro, I don't know how niggas could be in and out of jail, dog. Like,
Like regularly.
This ain't it, man.
And then it gets worse from there.
This ain't it. I couldn't see myself being in this kind of situation for an extended period of time.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Like, these niggas in here fighting over donuts.
Bro, I would lose.
That's retarded.
If I stayed in there for a week,
donuts good?
I would lose 15, 20 pounds.
You gone because you not finna eat
I'm
that,
not
man.
eating that.
You ain't eating that, man.
None of it. Like, I'm straight. I'm good.
I don't. Donut was a donut. It was a regular. It was a regular
It wasn't like
donut.
special.
Like, nigga, you mean to tell me I gotta fight you over this, nigga?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be extra mad because we fighting over something stupid.
So it's not like those croissant donuts.
Nah, it
HEB?
ain't even fire like that. Nah.
The croissant donuts.
Oh no, the croissant donuts was
I know
legendary.
my
They
partner,
legendary.
She's got a donut shop.
Yeah. Those are legendary.
Call them cronuts.
Man, I went to me and my daughter went to the store the other morning last week, and it was just me and her because the boys was, I don't know, they were doing whatever. I know, you know what, they had stayed up all night, so they fell asleep, and every time I told them to get up, they just roll over. It's like, yep, y'all just stay here then. I ain't gonna make you come get this.
Yeah.
So me and her went. I said, you know what? We was at Walmart. I said, you know what? Well, I'm looking at these little donuts at Walmart. I said, man, I know what we need to do. We need to go get these croissant donuts.
HEB, keep them, man.
Man, we went to HEB.
Keep them. I stay getting them.
And I had it on my mind.
Yeah.
She had never had one. I was like, man, wait till you get this.
Finna change your little life.
So we got to HEB. I walked in, you know, this is a big grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going through the grocery store. I'm going to the donut section.
Which one you was at?
I went on Sugarland.
Highway. Which one? Because there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Is there in Sugarland on
Yeah,
Highway 6?
It's Highway. It's about 3 of them on that stretch of Highway 6.
So you went to the one that's right here.
You want the one at Austin and Highway 6, or
Yeah,
did you
that's the
go
one he went to.
Yeah.
down?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's
How
one,
far
it's one
down
in
is
Austin.
it?
It's another one this way.
It's another one just north of
That's
59.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at 59
Okay, yeah.
and 90.
What, right by 90?
Not
yeah,
by
yeah,
90,
Yeah.
yes, one right
There's
there.
no way I'm driving that far.
So it's that one. It's that one. There's another one right here.
By
before you
Fresno.
Get to, yeah. Before you get to
Fresno.
like Sienna and all of that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
up to the-
Yeah.
Right.
That one I almost went to.
Yeah.
Because when we got to HEB, I walked in there and there was one.
Don't you hate that
There
other
was
people done caught on
one
to her?
croissant donut.
Ugh.
And man, I was so upset because that's the whole reason I went.
Yeah.
I had what I got from the other
Yeah.
store. I ain't need nothing else.
Yeah.
I was like, man, the only other option I got is to turn around and go back the other way to the other HEB and see if they got them.
Yeah.
But I was upset, dog. I was
I
like,
bet.
man, because I was trying to go to another store. I didn't really need to. I wanted to get another keyboard,
Yeah.
but that messed me up. Cause this keyboard, man, it messes up my the settings kind of change on their own.
Mm.
So I came in here the other day when I made that beat that I played,
Dope beat, fire.
and I came in and started it up because I was, checking on to see if I could add something to it, and everything was playing funny. I was like, man, I seen this before. Normally, I push the little bank button on the keyboard, so it switched the banks to where it's not the same key maps. It's not triggering the same
Right.
things. And whatever's in that first bank automatically moves for some reason. And I had to figure out how to load everything back up. But anyway, I wasn't trying to buy another keyboard. I wanted to, but I would have rather had the donut.
Yeah. So what'd you do?
I almost cried, and I just went home.
You didn't even get the one?
Yeah, I got
I'm
the
about
one.
to say,
about to say.
Did you at least get the one?
I got that donut.
Did you split it with your daughter? Or
I did, man.
did she like it?
You're a champ. You're a champ.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she understood why it was such a big deal
Changed
for
the
me.
life. Dog, man, we could tell y'all some stories about Summers walking to HEB for the sole purpose and intent of getting some croissant donuts.
That was the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole purpose of going. It's like we going to get some croissant donuts.
Yeah. My partner got a donut spot called Karma Kalachi. He owned a couple of them around different places, on the outskirts of Houston and in Houston or what have you. And he put me up on those and a lot of different stuff. He made
The Donut Show.
a doski.
Yeah, I said it podcast / The Donut Show.
You stupid. It's gonna be the name of the episode.
I don't know, man. It sounds a little funny.
And
It's because the whole conversation is like such a serious conversation about donuts
hey,
right
man,
now.
listen, donuts go hard.
Man, croissant donuts are life changing.
Yeah. He made a donut that was filled with ice cream. Like you heated it up though,
Come on, man.
and then you put yeah. Shout out to Peace.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. Old Peace. I think he just started a new business too. He's gonna open up a.
Peace got a few businesses, don't he?
Yeah, he got a whatchamacallit now.
Do
what
he
is it
just be
called? Paintball thing?
Do he just be
Oh.
doing shit, or does he like? I don't, because it seems like it's like they don't.
He's a serial entrepreneur. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like people who go to college and they go back and go back and go back. Like, dang, nigga, what are you? Yeah, he's a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, career students.
Yeah, he you know what I mean? Like, so I think he still do taxes. I'm sure his dad passed last year, so I'm sure he took over all of the business now. So I'm sure he does. He's still doing taxes. He got Karma Kalachi. He got the paintball thing. So like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna do taxes, paintballs, and donuts.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one way to do it.
It works.
Waiting for Jay to start up one of his businesses.
I had one. We had a machine shop for like a few years.
For real?
No, I'm dead serious. We had one up until like 2017.
Word? That's dope.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
And we've never heard of this.
I spoke on it on the show before. I don't think you believed me when I said it. But yeah.
Yeah, you probably mixed it in with some other humorous statements.
Barnes plastic and wiring. And I'm serious. We machined
I don't
like
think you
small
ever said
components.
that.
No, I'm serious.
I'm serious too. Maybe you thought it.
Okay, maybe I did. No, but that's
So
a real
my son
thing.
needed a job and you ain't just.
That was a real thing.
And it just belly up.
Basically.
Mm.
Basically.
Well,
Lost the
there's that.
contracts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a learning experience.
Could have had Jenny King.
Because the first time I ran, because me and Quinn, he had opened one previous, like back in like 2010, and it was they basically did. Y'all probably not familiar with these terms, but anybody that's listening that's dealt in the manufacturing environment probably has heard of like bead blasting and sand blasting and stuff. So
I'm familiar.
yeah, we had got a sandblast machine. I ran the shop all day. So I would run a shop, and Quinn, where he worked at, he would basically send POs to the shop for like sandblasting services and stuff. So that's where the money was coming from at the time. And then this fool lost the job doing some other stuff.
Mm.
You wouldn't believe the amount of money that was coming through there at one point. And
Anyway,
that's my boy though. That's bro. But yeah,
Yeah.
we was young.
I could guess.
Yeah, it was some money coming through that shop.
Yeah.
So that was like my first foray in like kind of running a business. And
Were y'all doing like tanks too?
no,
Okay.
this was really smaller components.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's small stuff.
Trying to find a segue here.
Hold on,
'Cause this is long-winded
one-
on this shit.
One comment is like, so, and I was having this conversation with a friend of ours
Yeah,
earlier today. Like, for most businesses, their business is to secure contracts, and then if they secure enough contracts, they can lifetime work their
Right.
business.
right.
And so he
That's
was
the name
giving
of the
me
game.
advice on how to secure contracts, and I was like, well, me securing contracts is totally different.
Yeah,
Like, if you secure 50 contracts, you're stable. I have to secure 50 contracts between January and March.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just different.
It's
just a
because
different beast, right?
yours is kind of like a one-off type
Right,
thing.
yeah, like just, hey,
yeah,
one shot, one kill. Like,
yeah.
I don't have
It's not like you can get like
repeat
a
client-
blanket order
Yeah.
for
right,
something.
like, yeah, keep coming and painting my house. Like, this is just not
Yeah,
how
do it
that
again.
goes.
And
See
the walls
that?
would be so heavy.
It's cool that like that you mentioned that, because like that was kind of the downfall both times that I went into that was
Yeah.
securing enough contracts,
Yeah, it's like hunting.
because it's like we'll get like a couple of big ones and it'll go and something happen and just mess it up both times.
Yeah.
Both times, like, my partner will do something and it's over.
That's
It's
kind of
over.
how
So
when I talk to people about the music and doing studio work,
Mhm.
it's like the money's cool while people are working on projects,
right,
Yeah,
and then they finish the project.
right.
and another thing like people don't understand, it's like
That part.
people think just because you're a business owner that you're automatically rich.
Yeah.
It is not true.
I know.
Because people, you hear people say every day, I want to open a business. Okay, what kind of business do you want to open?
Yeah. And do you understand the responsibility?
Do you
that comes with
understand?
that?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Do you understand overhead? Have you ever heard of the term overhead? Because that's real.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
It's going to cost money to keep this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna cost even if you ain't making it.
And it's
Yeah.
all kind, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's all kind of expenses associated with it. So I mean, for me, it was a great experience. It's kind of a part of the reason why, like, in the corporate sector, that I was able to get to where I am now, because I had that experience of kind of running the business from top to bottom. So, you know, that helped a lot, along with me being able to kind of sell myself to these people. Yeah. But yeah.
What kind of business would I want to own?
You own a studio.
I do. But I'm not reliant on it. So it kind of works itself.
Understood.
Well, I always say, like, and I don't want to do this too long because it's been quite a long with this dry ass conversation.
It's a good conversation.
Yeah, it is.
Man.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
We got off of donuts.
Right.
I like donuts though. I was actually thinking about saying donut shop.
Go for it.
Cause it has to be something that you don't mind getting up and doing every day.
Gotta get up at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning for a donut shop.
It's only two things for me that would like make me that I wouldn't mind doing every single day. It's only two things.
Sex and what else?
No. No. It'd either be something music related,
yes,
or sneakers. That's it.
Huh.
Sneakers.
Yeah,
I wear my sneakers, but I'm not a sneak.
Like, I am a connoisseur.
I've been listening to Run DMC.
Yeah, those are like the two things that I could do until I'm 96 years old and be content. I wouldn't even need to make a lot of money. I would just be happy coming to work and spread knowledge and, you know, like, just talking to people. Like, I get in conversations with guys about music and shoes, and we can go all day.
So let's talk about music.
Let's talk about it.
Damn.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go.
So I got a question.
As serious as cancer.
Would you guys, do you think
Gloss over the Rakim reference, huh? Okay, keep going.
Do you think you could support an openly gay rapper, a male rapper? Because, you know, we already have Young M.A out here.
She's not the only open.
She's not the only one, but she's the one that came to mind for me.
Right.
Yeah. But do you think you guys could support an openly gay male rapper? I mean, you got, you know, people like, even locally, like OMB Bloodbath. She go hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Brat just got
the
engaged,
Brat just
right?
got the Brat. You know,
nobody was really sure about the Brat though.
We knew.
We knew.
She tried one time to make us think she wasn't, and that was on the unrestricted.
Yeah. And that was a label. That was a label thing. That wasn't her.
Yeah.
That was the label.
What about that reality show?
That was definitely the label pushing that. But
What
do you
like?
Do you think you could support an openly gay male rapper?
I'm not sure. Cause what about what's your boy? Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Like,
is he really gay or is he trolling? Because I think he trolling.
I think that nigga gay, dog.
I can't tell, man. That nigga be trolling so much.
Because he done said some things that I don't think straight people would say.
Yeah, but it's gay trolls out there that really be trolling on some gay stuff, and they really be straight. They just be playing.
I don't think I would have a problem with it. I like just.
But if he just was straight, like, look, I'm gay.
As long as you're not rapping about, like, and as long as you're not trying to.
He's not
sell your lifestyle in your music. Like, if you're just doing music, then I don't care. That's
like, he's just a regular rapper. Like, he's not selling sexuality. He doesn't rap about gay shit or nothing like that. He's a dope rapper. Yeah. But he's gay.
I don't care.
Openly.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's Tyler the Creator all the way.
Okay.
If you like, I'm not particularly fond of his
music. And again,
music.
you still have to be good or be like the type of rapper that I want to listen to. Like,
exactly.
So if he got the skill set and all of that, like that don't bother me at all.
I'm trying to think because I know there's somebody somewhere who's had some kind of run-ins that had been outed.
Yeah, but then that's not open.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find a way to see how I feel about it based on an actual situation. But I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I only halfway care anyway. Like I said, you're not pushing the agenda, then
Right.
so be it.
What about you? What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly wouldn't care. I mean, as long as he ain't rapping about,
Yeah.
gay acts or something. If he's just a dope rapper, he's a dope rapper.
I'm pretty sure we've supported a gay rapper. For
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
almost positive we've
100%.
already done that, but he wasn't
100%.
openly.
But I mean openly, though.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. I mean, we've supported. Well, no, again, not openly, but we supported gay singers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
It is
we?
what it is. Oh yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
no,
yes.
no openly gay.
No.
He wasn't openly gay,
other than
but-
Orange or whatever.
But he was gay. God rest his soul.
What are you doing, DJ?
I'm saying about the other one who ain't dead.
Oh.
The other one?
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
I was just humming the song. You just.
Yeah. Well, that's dope.
What are we doing? Not saying stuff on the Yeah I Said It podcast?
I know this is kind of a couple weeks old, but we never really talked about it. But you heard Elon Musk is coming out with a mixtape?
No.
No, didn't hear that.
Yeah. He's supposed to be in the studio getting ready to drop that file on us.
Why?
I don't know, but are you open to giving it a listen, or
No.
you're not even gonna listen to it?
No.
No. Not on my own.
Well, there's that.
Mm-mm.
Just to be honest, like,
That
it's not on my radar.
I would be as interested as listening to him rap as I'd be to listening to Soulja Boy talk about quantum physics. Like, just leave it alone.
Man, the foolery that could be involved with him talking about quantum physics,
Like,
I might be here for it. Solely for entertainment purposes.
The more
dog.
we talk about it, it's like, if Elon Musk is as smart as he has everybody thinking,
then he has no rhythm. You've never seen
What?
a smart rhythmic person that was like genius level. Never in life.
you just got to figure out the numbers.
Wow.
He gonna do everything on a downbeat. Like, nah, I'm good.
I'm sure there's an equation that goes with that.
Yeah,
You can literally hear him counting the BPMs. Like,
yeah.
nah.
It's gonna sound very robotic because of that thing, that structured thing that they don't have.
I would
that.
like to know what he's going to talk about.
I know I better not hear the word hypotenuse in a verse from last month.
It's intriguing, but it kind of irks me because it goes back to that thing. Everybody thinks they can rap. Everybody
Yeah,
thinks
so
rapping
They
is
think
easy.
there's nothing to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody thinks this is easy. It's an art. And I just
Trying
don't
to-
feel like it gets the respect that it deserves as an art. And I wish everybody and their mama, and I mean that literally,
Yeah,
would stop trying to rap.
yeah. It's man.
Like,
Listen,
I don't
Isn't
want
there
it.
a skit on that Royce 5'9" where it's like, man, all these trash ass rappers
Like, it's
Yeah.
tiresome,
saturating the
man.
game.
Yeah.
It is tiresome. The game is super oversaturated right now. It is far too many rappers, man. It's like, dude, it's a frustrating topic for me. It really is. Everybody rap.
Yeah.
Man, I had these little dudes at the job, man, that they wanted to make some music. It was like, man, you should check them out. Like, okay. I grabbed my setup so I could see what they working with, because a lot of times when somebody says you should check them out, it means
Yeah.
they
That's
did
a-
something impressive. Oh, but the opposite occurred.
Mm.
And I'm sitting there like, man, I'm never coming back in here with these guys.
Yeah.
Cause it starts off with, I want to give people an opportunity to see the creation process and then push them into the direction of creativity.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. Because it's not like I'm not telling you what to say, but I am gonna tell you what not to say. So we gotta take, because it comes up way too often. The same things come up way too often. So like you can do that if you do that well, but what I'm doing is got to be content driven. Because it's not like I'm not the record label. I'm not any of the like I'm not the taste maker or I'm not the person whose opinion is gonna matter with what you do with your music.
Right.
But I want to show you one thing. That one thing I want to show you is you don't have to talk about this.
Yeah.
If you choose to after this, that's fine. Just be good at it. But you don't have to do that. And man, I sit there and listen to 4 people say the same shit.
Yeah.
And they like, man, that's hot, man. That's that hot. Like, nah, bro, it's not, man. Then they want to be like, well, we young and you older, you like that old school. It's like, nah, man, I like talent.
You sounded just like your brother when you said that. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I would have a problem with that too. It is bothersome that people think that I can just like. We're not that dismissive with most things though.
You're right.
Like we'll think we can do the skill, but we won't disrespect the people who do it at the highest level, right? Like people play basketball every day because it's an activity.
Right.
But they aren't joining leagues and like trying to put on games in the way that the NBA does. Cause like they know like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? But like people will grab that microphone. They won't try that with singing. They won't try it with playing the instrument. Like all these other things they won't do, but they'll swear that they can rap.
I can remember a time before I started like really pursuing music.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember, okay, so everybody's been hanging with their partners and just, freestyling, just shooting the shit.
For sure.
And one of my older partners who I respect a lot, one day he was like, man, I think I'm finna jump down in this music. Like, it's easy. All you need is a hit. You want to get mind you, this is years ago. Like, we coming up 20 years ago. This is a long, long time ago.
All you need is a hit.
It's like, all you need is a hit record.
Yep, they just laying out there for you.
I'm like, man, this is still teenage me, and nobody knows that I can rap yet. So, and I'm just listening to it, man. I don't know, for some reason, even today, like, that just rings bells with me. Like, it's millions of people out here who really think that's all it is. All I need to do is get in here is just say something fly.
Yeah, all you gotta do is get on the radio.
Yeah, it's like all I gotta do is get on a cold beat, say some fly shit. It's gonna take off, and it's gonna be on. And I'm like looking back, and now that I've been through this journey in music, he couldn't be more wrong. Mm-hmm. Even if you got on that fly beat.
Did you believe him then?
Yeah, because I was young. I was a teenager. I didn't know anything about music. You know what I'm saying? All I knew was I could rap, but I didn't even know if I wanted to rap. I just knew I could do it. But I can remember, like looking back at it now, he couldn't be more wrong. I mean, like,
it didn't take you that long to figure that out, though.
It didn't. But I'm just saying now.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
It's kind of coming
but
off.
It didn't
like
take long.
Now that I look back at it.
Yeah. No.
Bro, it didn't take you long to figure that shit out.
Hey, first of all, just because you get on the radio, if you lucky enough, don't mean you're going to get money.
Yep.
And I remember some of these same partners, once I started making moves and doing what I was doing, and they, seeing me and being around me or whatever. And, I'm having to explain to them, like, bro, your favorite rapper kind of broke.
Man, you know how much
your favorite rapper needed to ride to the studio.
The way that doesn't work.
The same rapper that every song is talking about phones and all kind of exotic cars and money and stuff. Yeah, this dude needed a ride to the studio. I'm just saying. Your favorite rapper broke. You know that money he was flashing in his video?
It was borrowed.
It wasn't his. And if it was, that was all the money he had in the world.
That was all
That was
of it.
all. That was his net worth right
The
there.
minute he spent any of it after that video
That
shoot,
boy
he
was
does not
homeless.
have it no more.
Yes. So, yeah. I just
We
wish
need to
people
see.
would understand that this is not a quick lick.
Unless you're the baby. Little baby.
You know what? My whole opinion on Lil Baby has changed. I heard a freestyle that he did, and that boy was rapping.
You know what? The thing about him that I of course, when you listen to an interview of him, it gives you a deeper perspective.
Yeah.
He said when he started rapping, it was just he gonna try it out, and then it took off not long after that. So it's like when they say he's getting better, this is like we're actually watching his full
Right.
growth. Like we
Yeah.
watch him from
This wasn't his dream. He just tried something and it happened to work.
yeah, because I think when he was talking about it, it was one of those things where you kind of feel like certain people are born with that gift,
Yes.
and he's one of those people who just it worked for him. He caught it early,
Nina Simone.
so he didn't have to like figure out like this is so trash and people giving him tips and pointers, and he'd been rapping for years trying to figure out how to get on. It's like the first thing, like Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
Like his whole career was him learning to rap right in front of us.
Yeah.
And then when you hear him and he sounds good, you be like, damn, like.
Did you see what he said? He sucks.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
he sucked.
But I've also heard him on a song where it did not suck.
Yeah.
It was just like he woke up from what he was doing to actually trying to do it. You see, I don't know if I said
No,
that
I
right.
got you.
Because that's when I heard that freestyle with Lil Baby, I was like, wait a minute. Like, dude was going. He was rapping. I was like, if you rap like this all the time, man, you might be out of there. Not that he's not already out of there, but
Did you listen to the album?
his new one,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't that good.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I hadn't had the chance to check it out, but I want to because I want to see.
Now
where
he do got
where
some
he
high.
is.
He got some high points on there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the whole thing. I'm not gonna say it's a dud. He got some high
Right.
points on there, but
I've been revisiting YB and Cordae. Like, that's a really nice album, man.
they're cold.
That young man.
That young nigga cold, dog.
Man. If you haven't checked out YB and Cordae, man, check out YB and
Yes,
Cordae.
sir.
That's
Yes, sir. That young nigga cold.
YBNCORDAE. That young man is nice.
Yeah, man.
So look, I just ran across something. This is random. Okay, so there was a battle rapper who was going live, and his name's Swamp. And somebody was asking to get on his live with him, so he let him on his live. This girl, whatever they talking. Well, she's trans, and says talking about an incident with another battle rapper. So now people are clowning Swamp for talking to a trans person,
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
and I'm
So
like,
just
he wasn't flirting with her. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, okay, cool. I have my questions.
That's
But are
immature.
people that dumb?
yes,
It's a certain
Obviously.
level of immaturity, man.
I'm like, you can't talk like. And so they seriously asked this question in the group. They were like, can a straight male talk to a trans person? And I'm like,
come on, man.
absolutely. Like, are you really? So people were making comments like, well, if we was helping me get money, then we could talk. I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
People can talk to people. Like, that's it. Like, you talk. Hold on. So listen, this is what doesn't make sense to me. A dude who's straight can talk to another dude. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, come on, what are we talking about, man? Stop. Like, now again, I'm not the alphabet police, but like, we cannot start treating people like they're not Homo sapiens. Nah, we can't
For
do
real.
that. Let
For
it
real.
go. Let
For
it
real.
go. Come on. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You can have a gay friend, you can have straight friends, a trans friend, a queer friend, whatever. It don't matter. It's just people. Talk to them. It's okay.
Absolutely.
It doesn't transfer to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's not
it's
contagious.
not contagious, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna catch it. Like, that's not how that
Catch
works.
the gay.
I'm a catch gay.
Like, you know, I said, like, people say stuff like, man, they pushing the gay agenda on TV. Like, okay, so hold on. So we've been pushing the straight agenda on TV for the longest. Why they didn't catch that? Why they didn't see all of the straight stuff and be like, well, I guess I gotta like the opposite sex. Like, that's not how
Like,
that
I
works.
think I'm straight.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at that ass, nigga.
So
is it not a gay agenda?
I didn't say that.
I'm about to say now, there's a gay agenda.
It's the way that they manipulate what's happening to the point that they want it to mean. It's the same thing that happens. I say this all the time. When people conflate the percentage chance of rain with the amount of rain it's gonna be.
Right.
Right? Like, oh, it's a 75% chance of rain. It's gonna rain most of the day. That's not what that
No,
means.
it's gonna
It's
rain.
not the way
It's
that
a
works.
higher chance that it will rain
Right.
than that it won't rain.
Or it could mean 75% of the viewing area is gonna get some rain.
That part too.
Yeah.
Oh, you just had to throw that part in. Huh? That means the north side is gonna rain.
Yeah. Like, so, like, to me, that's what happens in that case. Like, they're taking the fact that they are that one thing is true to mean that something else is true too. I'm like, nah, that's not how it goes, bro.
Nope. Yeah. There's a 0 chance of rain.
Yeah.
I've been looking for this rain too.
Yeah.
They let me down 3 days.
You out there did that? You out there went out there and did the work? Out there working,
Yeah, man, I need
tilling, toiling.
these is working hands.
Yeah. So look, I know we had this conversation before, kinda, but I just want to be clear because it's reared its head again. And so, how do you guys feel about your friend or someone that you know, like not distant, that's close to you, dating someone that you used to deal with? Now, for Rand, this is different. So, because y'all been together forever, so I know, like, that's, you know, but like most people have been in several relationships.
Unfortunately.
So, well, let me say this first. I'll say my piece first. All right. I feel as though.
Why does it keep rearing its head again though? Like, why do we keep going back?
Okay, so something else in the battle world happened and then it came back up. All right, so this is what happened. There's a guy who's he's part of the URL company structure. He takes care of all of the PG stuff, the proving ground guys when they're on the come up, right? He's like that. He's the gatekeeper for that part, like ushering them in. Okay, his name is Norbs. So then there's a battle rapper, really popular battle rapper, New Jersey Twerk. Okay, so Norbs was the guy who gave Twerk his shot, came on, did good, boom, blew up. One of the biggest battle rappers in the battle rap community. So Norbs flirted with Twerk's baby mama, not his girlfriend, his baby mama. Twerk found out. Long story less long. Saw him at the last event and beat Norbs up. Put hands and feet on him.
Hands and feet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Beat the brakes out there.
so
Damn.
so people were saying like Norbs is a scumbag for talking to his baby mama. And I'm like, wait, hold on. For what? For trying to talk to his baby mama. I'm like, why? He's like, because they were cool. What's your point? Like, he tried to talk to her. If she don't want to talk, like, if you were saying that you would, if she said, hey, look, man, I think this is inappropriate. Don't speak to me in this manner. and he continued to harass her, okay, cool, you got a point.
That's a different thing.
But like the fact that he wanted to talk, like I don't see that as just that singular thing that like I know him, and because you only know her because of me, that like she's forever. Like I don't think that way. So I was trying to like just have a civilized conversation, but people aren't interested in civilized conversation. They just want to, fire and brimstone. You know, you going to hell, like you breaking the bro code. So my thought is that we teach this thing. We have this frame of thinking as far as the guy code, and it's even the girl code too. Like that you don't. There are certain people who are off limits, but it sounds very selfish and possessive to me when I hear that.
It is.
So when I hear somebody you've been married for 10 years, y'all dated for 3 years, your ex before that, your homegirl can't talk to him? Like that was a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
And when I hear people talk about it, it sounds so selfish, and they only referring to themselves. They never refer to the other person.
Yeah. Because the other person doesn't matter.
Right. So they've made attachment equal love, and I don't think that's not how that goes.
No. You know, once you start taking the emotion behind the conversation out, and people have to actually acknowledge what it is.
Right.
Like a lot of shit just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
And that's always been the hard part to when you're having a conversation with somebody who's emotionally attached. Like you can't stop them from being blinded for a second. Like I only need a couple minutes of you not being stuck.
Yeah.
And then if it don't make sense to you, then that's fine.
Right.
But for a couple minutes, you got to realize that, first of all, you're just talking about people. You're not talking about your attachment or how you what you're talking about people first.
And you don't own them.
Right.
That's that part.
That's where
that
I'm going
part,
with it.
yeah.
You're talking
It's
about
not
people
yours.
first.
Like
And then after that, it could be a situation that would make somebody uncomfortable.
Right.
That's the second part to it. But you didn't get to that part.
Yeah. We never get out. We never get from home.
Like, cause you don't never know.
to
Like,
first
if
base.
you talk to somebody who your friend used to talk to, like, what would make that uncomfortable? There's situations that could make that uncomfortable.
Sure.
But are you gonna have those situations?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter that you talk to them.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the person who says that are only looking at how they are affected. Like, what if those people find love? Do you not care that they hell no? Like,
Nope.
it's my ex. No.
It's your ex, fool.
But it's mine. That's how they feel. Like that. I got so like in the group, like people were hot. Like I got called cornball, faggot, like
Damn.
all of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, again, that don't even bother me. But I'm just like, listen, dog. This is what you're saying. Y'all calling me emotional, and I'm not using any emotion. Y'all are all emotionally charged. This is just basic logic. Like. I don't own. What if your homeboy try to talk to your baby mama? I don't care. Like she's not like she's not property. Like I don't own her, so I'm not possessive in that regard. It's like, and we only apply that logic to that one thing.
You know, that's a confidence thing though. Like some people have their
Yeah.
You know, they feel like it's you versus them now.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, that's all you. There is no us here.
Yeah.
But everybody don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, he's now a threat to you and your relationship with somebody that you're not with. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you talking about,
Yeah.
dog?
Like I was having a conversation with a homeboy of mine yesterday. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's cool that you could think that way, but like cause I have a problem. Cause I'll be like, was he looking at her when we were together? I'm like, that's not how that goes either.
Yep. And that's all an afterthought anyway.
Like, and it
What
really,
you gonna do about it? Like, you
Right.
can't
hold
do
on,
nothing
look,
about it.
So look, so I was looking at your girl when y'all were together. I waited till y'all were broke up 15 years, and then I'm gonna shoot my shot. Like, that's not how that goes.
And what was wrong with looking at her though?
That's
you,
another
you
point.
looked at her too, didn't you?
That's the other point. It's like you know what she look like. You know somebody is gonna look, because like I asked him about a
You
friend
didn't
of
pick
ours.
the ugly chick
I
to
was
holler
like,
at so that nobody else looked
You
at
know
her.
what I'm saying? I got a partner who does that though. Like, he really talking, like that nigga,
That's kind of petty.
he trash. He trash for that. He like, I want somebody who nobody else want.
Golly,
Yeah.
man.
Can't do that.
Something about setting the bar low.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that.
Step over that bar.
That nigga a slug couldn't slide
Can't
under that
do
boy. Yeah.
You want somebody that don't nobody else want?
Yeah.
And that's what you want?
Yeah. That's real life too.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the craziest thing.
He got a whole line of rationale that ain't rational behind it, but that's how he feel. But I was just like we know attractive people when we see them. Like, you don't, it's not like I've had this experience. Seeing the woman and I didn't know who she was. So I was just like, oh boy. Oh yeah. Then I find out who she's with. So now she's no less fine, right?
Yep.
But she is off limits. It's
Yep.
like, that's your girl. Like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, but everything that I saw and observed at first is still there. Just as if I meet your wife in real life and I know it's your wife, if she's pretty, she's pretty. If she's fine, she's fine. I'm not disrespectful in the sense of the way, it's not what you think, it's how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I think people kind of get that all mixed up. Like, oh no, she's attractive. But like, I'm not like, ooh, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
just because you find a woman attractive doesn't mean you want to get in bed with her. Absolutely.
Yeah, talking to your-
off the bat, man.
Yo, Val Venus voice.
It don't mean like you want to.
ladies.
Yeah. It don't mean you want to get in bed with her. Nothing. You just find her attractive. Like, you see attractive women
few
every
on
day.
her.
Every day.
We adults, like, we got eyes. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna see people, you're gonna find other people attractive. It don't mean I want to get in bed with them.
But
But you know, a lot of dudes, man, that's how immature they are though. That's their first way of
You hit the nail on the head.
that's their
Rand.
first way of saying how attractive a person
Yes.
is.
Yes. I fucked the shit out of her.
Like,
No, you
bruh,
won't.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. Even if she gave you the chance, you wouldn't.
you're not gonna last that
You
long.
wouldn't.
I promise you won't.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
You got
please.
17 strokes in
You
you.
wouldn't do nothing for her. She wouldn't feel it.
Yep. And that's before she even tried to throw it back. If
Right.
she do that, you really out of the game.
She throw it back. You know, to throw it back.
That's why you gotta pick somebody that nobody wants.
Oh no.
You can shine with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk coronavirus.
Oh, let's go.
I don't really want to.
Let's talk about Megan and.
Hold on,
15.
hold on. I want to talk about the coronavirus.
Okay, let's talk corona.
Jay, give us the info. Because, you gave a nice synopsis.
Well, I'm giving the info. What you trying to say?
You did a great job.
So because it's in San Antonio, I'm supposed to have it or something?
No,
Is that,
It's here too.
is that where we going with it?
absolutely not.
I mean, because I'm offended now.
Okay. Hello, offended. I'm DJ.
Nah.
And change your name to offended.
Okay. So I did I ask this on air? I don't remember. Did I ask that question on air?
No, you didn't.
Okay. So the question I asked was, if someone you worked with somehow contracted the coronavirus, would you still be okay with going to work? Now, keep in mind that some try to liken the coronavirus to the flu, but it's much more potent than the flu because
It's the super flu.
the flu on a hard surface can survive for 2 days, whereas the coronavirus can survive a couple of weeks on a hard surface. So someone who has contracted that virus, anything they touch, basically, like if I had the coronavirus and I got up from this couch, the person could walk in this room right behind me, sit on this couch, bam, like that. Like
Is
it's
that
a
the way it works?
It's a chance. It's a chance that they could get it. just like that. It was an instance just happened a couple of days ago in San Antonio where they've been treating people from China at one of the facilities down there. There was a lady who had been getting tested for it. They tested her twice and she tested negative. They tested her a third time but let her go. 30 minutes after she left, that test came back positive because the coronavirus can actually lay dormant for a while. So 30 minutes after this lady leaves, the test comes back positive. They literally have to leave the hospital and go find this person. She was at a mall down there.
Oh, doggone it.
She went to the mall. She went to the mall. They found her at the mall, told her, hey, you need to come back. We got to quarantine you because you tested positive. Because she tested positive and she was at that mall, they had to shut that entire mall down and deep clean that place from top to bottom. Like, that's scary. Like, something that's one person. And I mean, it even they even had to shut a school down in San Antonio because someone had contracted the virus and they went to the school for something or whatever. They had to shut a school down once again and deep clean everything in that school before they could open it back up. So once I explained that to them, I asked them again, like, okay, so knowing this about the coronavirus, do you think if you knew someone at work had contracted that virus, would you go to work?
I work in a closed-in place.
Yeah.
Where you have to go through a lot of doors. So it's almost impossible to not touch something that the other people that work there have already touched.
Right.
But would I go? My whole problem is that I kind of walk by faith more than a lot of other people.
Amen.
So it's kind of one of those things where I was like, man, I kind of trust the process. I'm gonna wash my hands a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do these little, sanitizers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of just trust the process on it.
Gotcha.
In general, that's just how I move.
Right.
So whether I go or not is gonna have a lot to do with how serious they're taking it at the job.
Gotcha. And also, like, at my job, at least I know where I work, they sent out an email yesterday, basically, like, just giving everybody the heads up about it. And, like, they're kind of taking it day by day. They're like, like, if things get out of hand, it's a chance that we could all be working remotely from the crib. Like, so
did you know you had that option?
I've been working remote for years. Like, it's been plenty of times where I'd be like, man, I'm working from home. I'm chilling. So that was always like, if something like that, since we found out about the coronavirus and the possibility of this turning into a full-blown pandemic, that's always been in the back of everybody's head. Like, if it got that bad, they gonna make everybody work from home, I'm sure of it. Except for sales, because they obviously can't work from home.
Man, why are people out there buying up all this stuff? Like, they finna shut the stores down or something.
I don't know, but they telling people not to buy all that stuff like that.
They're gonna drive the prices up.
They already have, they have like the 2 packs of hand sanitizer, and I'm a hand sanitizer freak. So I was on Amazon, and they had like the 2 packs of hand sanitizer for like $40-something.
40?
Yeah.
That's a lot, ain't it?
It's absolutely a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, guess what?
You shouldn't be paying more than $5.
Guess what I won't have? I'm not that scared.
Right.
I don't know if I should be or not, but I'm not $30 overcharging me scared.
I use a lot of hand sanitizer. That's just my thing. It's just what I do. And I'm like, damn, people is really panicking.
I had some pocket Lysol on.
Go.
So I don't think it's real. I just don't.
You know what? I'm in between on the idea of it being real and it being that bad.
Yeah.
I know yesterday somebody at work had asked me about it.
'Cause I do know what shock testing is.
And
That part.
I said, I think there's a lot of fear mongering going on.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fear mongering. I do think that there's something, but I don't think it's. I don't know. It's not
Bird flu?
What they making it
Bird
out to be.
flu?
I don't
Swine flu,
Yeah.
Swine flu,
Zika,
Zika,
Ebola.
think Ebola.
Ebola.
Like why don't nobody we know ever get none of this stuff?
melanin.
Yeah. You went too far.
I'm saying it's something I came across, dog.
Yeah.
Something I came across, man.
Yeah.
So like nobody ever gets it. Like
Man,
it's
they
just,
use that shit. They tried with that Zika too. They tried,
Yeah.
man. It was like, man, nigga, I don't know about you, but I never liked mosquitoes anyway. Ain't like I ain't got to do nothing no different. I've been putting off on because I know I'm gonna be out there.
West Nile.
West Nile. That go. That.
Like nobody. It's just always just like a whole bunch of pictures that like it's.
Yeah,
All right, man.
I feel like somebody got something.
And again, this is old. Corona isn't new.
It's not.
No, it's not new at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like,
They didn't come up with a new thing. It just happened.
come on, bro.
You know what predicted this?
The Simpsons.
Of course. Of course.
They predict everything.
They predict.
Oh, a book did too, though.
Yeah.
I saw it today. It was a book written, I want to say in '68. And it's a very popular author. I want to say it was Dean Koontz, but don't quote me on that. I'll see if I can double check and find out what book that was for sure. But it said that something would take place in 2020, and it would be pandemic and all of that other stuff.
Well, yeah. Orson Welles.
Yeah. But I mean, in The Simpsons, man, if you cast that net wide enough and make an episode on everything in the world, then you're gonna be right sometimes. Like, Jesus.
It's more than sometimes.
No,
though.
they hit the
golly.
nail on
They been
everything.
spot on for a while.
Yeah, they've been hitting on everything. Though.
They be missing a lot of stuff too, though. I'm just saying percentage wise. Like,
Maybe it hasn't happened
Well,
yet.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
I'm saying if this was the MLB, you know, they'd be batting 300, but you still missing 7% of the time. You can go to the Hall of Fame hitting 300 though. So
Yeah, but if you hitting them when it counts, it'd be like the Babe Ruth story.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how many times he struck out, but they know that one time.
touche, my nigga, touche.
Anyway, so Corona's real-ish.
Ish.
It's real like. It's like Zika and West
I
Nile.
think it's real, but I think there's a lot of fear mongering going on.
Yeah.
I think they hyping it.
Because there's been a
think
couple of
it's
real
being
bad
hyped.
flu seasons came through here where they should have done the same thing. It's like, hey, man, look, I don't want that flu.
Yeah.
That flu to make your skin hurt.
Damn.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Where's
So, I did see the little text. I don't want to downplay it. I saw the text about Meg Thee Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
and I read a couple articles on it.
Mm-hmm.
So she was upset about her deal with 1500
1501.
1501 after signing with Rock Nation for management.
Yeah, so managers look at contracts. They looked at her contract and said, hey, did you realize this, and this was in your contract? She was like, I sure didn't. And it's like, okay, well, should we negotiate?
Yeah, she wanted to go renegotiate.
Yet she didn't actually do it that way. She
You
had
didn't
to
actually do it what way?
go to the label head and ask, can we revisit the contract?
Yeah, she
For
did.
whom?
Yeah, she did.
That's not their story?
She did.
From the couple of articles I read, it appeared that she called some lawyers and told them that she wanted them to go to the label heads and have them change the contract.
I mean, that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah, that's kind of how you do that.
But it's in a way that you deal with people, though, isn't it?
I mean,
Well, I
okay,
think-
so go ahead.
No, you go. You got it.
Age before beauty. You're old.
But I'm pretty handsome too. So.
Everybody said you weren't.
Nah, I just basically that is kind of the way you do it, like we said. But I think from Carl's perspective, I think he wanted more of a, because he feels like he invested a lot into her, so I think he felt more like, damn, you at least owed me to come to me directly.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think he
Like,
felt
is
the
that
way
not-
about it doing it, about her doing it, going about it that way, versus
But that's personal.
yeah.
That's not business.
Yeah, and again, you can't never get personal feelings involved in business.
So, like I said, I just read a couple of articles.
Right.
So, as a label head, and you have a contract with your artist, and your artist finds something in it that they don't like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously you don't owe anything to that artist but what's on that paper,
Right.
because that's the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that looked shaky, and that's what I was trying to ask about, was like, when she decided that she didn't like the way the contract was structured, do you send lawyers with an ultimatum? Is that normal
I think
shit?
there's a way to do things.
Because that's what rubbed me the
You
wrong
do
way.
have
Not
to-
that
I
she
mean-
did, not that she wanted to renegotiate it,
When you
but that you just
Yeah,
like, you ain't gonna talk to the dude at all.
I think when discussing legal matters such as contracts and stuff like that, you definitely have to get lawyers involved.
Right.
I know it's not always pretty, but I think you do have to get the lawyers involved.
Definitely. I'm
I
not
think
I'm
Carl-
not negating that part.
I think Carl's thing, like I said, Carl Mo didn't like the way they came. He
That's what I'm
felt
talking about.
blindsided. He
Right,
and he
so, but
said that.
That's what I'm talking
He
about.
Right, but
said
here's
that
the
he
problem,
felt
though.
blindsided by it.
So lawyers don't just show up like they'll contact you. I'm not wasting my time, right?
But they hit him with
Here's what he should have done. He should have called his lawyers. That's what he didn't do.
yeah.
He
Okay.
decided to make this. Oh well, just talk to me. I'm the man. Like no, that's not the time to be the man. Call in your hired hands and let them do what they do. Let them hash all of that out,
Yeah.
and then you carry on from there.
Okay.
I agree
So-
with that. I definitely agree with that.
Like it's just a matter of when, like you at every
Because
point.
that's where when a lawyer can come at you with some stuff that you don't understand, you don't really
Right.
have a response to it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like in court, it speaks a different language, and what that really is, I know what it is. At every job, at every point and place in the world, you have your own jargon that's germane to that job. You say things there that mean something totally different than what it means anywhere else in the world, right? So when lawyers are talking to you and they're using lawyer speak, it sounds like they're talking down to you the whole time, no matter what they're saying. It sounds like they're belittling you and they're just talking over your head and they're using all these words, but that's not always what it is. They're just used to speaking that way. Now they know how to break that and speak to you in normal English language, use that regular verbiage and vernacular that we all know, but they just don't do that.
Right.
So, so I think that's what was happening. So it felt like an ultimatum to him. Because I have to have more information to make the decision that that's what they did. If
Yeah.
They tried to strong arm him in some type of way. I think it's just them speaking that speak, how lawyers talk, and then him feeling how he felt,
Yeah.
and then saying, okay, well, I feel like this is going on.
Yeah.
Because he's been, to me, he's been very emotional. He's been
He mentioned that his response was based off his emotion.
yeah, and he's been leading with that, and it's like
they took it more serious not more serious, but they took it further
right,
with that without that in mind.
yeah.
Well,
Because the way he's handled things in the public eye, to me, I wouldn't. If I was his friend, I'd be like, bro, take that down. Don't say that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I gotta agree with too. I really don't agree with how he's handled this publicly, especially someone in his position.
Yeah.
Like it's just. Nah,
I don't feel like you should handle any of that stuff publicly.
I don't.
And he's
I
muddying
with
the
you.
water too.
Yeah. Like he's not helping the situation.
Because he's trying to. Anytime you try to handle something that should be a civil matter, and you try to handle it in the court of public opinion and win fans and gain, like that's not. Because he out there, we know Rock Nation does this, and they always.
Yeah,
Bro, don't do stuff like that. You muddy in the
you
water.
tripping.
You realize you got other artists that sign your label that's trying to make relationships. As soon as they 15 and 1, oh no, we don't deal. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to do that.
So I got a question.
Shoot.
So we've all been in the music industry. Have you guys seen contracts before?
Yes.
Okay, I know me. I know how I am. And I know I've had a situation similar. Would you guys just sign a contract based on good faith and a good relationship that you've had with someone?
Not now. If I was younger, I definitely would have.
So,
It
okay.
depends on when I came across Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman.
Okay, so when I was younger, might be in my mid-20s at this point, I had a situation similar to that. So, the story goes that she signed a contract and was given a $10,000 advance. And I'm like, $10,000, that ain't shit. What am I supposed to do with that? And it just took me back to a situation where it was a contract in front of me, and this is Universal. I can say it. Like, this is with Universal. This is years ago. And the advance was like, it was a certain amount, but after people were paid and stuff, I would pretty much have like $10,000. I'm like, the hell am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
So
That's from you understanding money too. Like
yeah, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? And I just, and I've talked, to people about that whole situation before, where they didn't give a damn about the album, they just wanted singles, blah blah blah. But I'm just like, I don't understand, and especially with her mother being her representation at the time, and her mother being involved in the music industry, and dealing with contracts herself. How
you know what? That's because I did come across that, but I forgot that she had dealt with the music industry before.
Yeah, her mother was definitely in a part of the industry
Because she helped structure the contract.
Yeah.
She looked over it. and-
right. And I'm like, I just don't understand how she could okay that.
So
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the company itself, but it sounded like it was a startup company
yep.
And just,
trying to get some artists under him.
yeah, he had a
yeah.
bunch of paper, and
So that 10,000. That's like you can't. What are you expecting from a startup company?
but this is not your typical startup. Cause this is a nigga that got hundreds of M's. Like, he got some money. Nah, I'm not expecting $1 million up front, but okay, if I'm gonna make this kind of commitment, I gotta be able to take care of myself. I can't take care of myself with $10,000.
If you're starving, you can.
But for how long?
You know what I'm saying? Right? No, it's not.
No.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in what you're saying. But I learned a long time ago, hungry bellies have no ears.
But what
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but and I get that, but she's being represented by someone who has been through this before.
Right. So like, should
Who's kind
somebody
of
who
There's some
should
other
have known
particulars.
better.
There's some other particulars in that contract, though.
Yeah. So like, well, okay. So they could have not been focusing on the advance money. They could have
Right.
made sure, hey, well, you got a certain percentage of your masters, and this is where you're gonna make your money on the back end. So don't
And that's
worry
what I was
about
gonna say.
this
but
over here.
But it sounds like, okay, if they
She
not
got a
focused on the
40%
advance,
royalty rate.
yeah, but out of that rate though, she still got to pay for everything.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
Most people are getting 15 though.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
11.
Yep. Or less. So that's
what I'm saying,
It's,
like-
it's a standard contract with an inflated royalty.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
portion.
So maybe they said, because
So it
we're
wasn't-
gonna,
it
since
wasn't
we're
a
gonna
bad
inflate over
contract.
here, we're gonna decrease over here. We're gonna take the advance money down
Yeah.
because we're gonna pay you more than what we
and
standardly give over here.
That's what I got out of it. So when I saw that, because I am somewhat familiar with what the contracts kind of look like, I was like, man, for that percentage royalty rate, you're damn near a partner. So the only downside of it was that it was a 360 deal.
right.
But
And-
even with that, it's like,
And they got the first crack too. Like the money was always paid to them, and then they just paid
yeah,
it
they
out, like, that's
everything.
fine.
Yeah,
but
that's how it goes.
that's how
though.
it goes though.
But listen,
That's how
all
it
right. So
goes.
here's the thing. Because something is standard, don't mean that it's right. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
this is my argument from before. I don't care that TMZ reports quickly that that's still wrong. It's not the right thing to do. I don't care if that's your practice, right? Like what did the rule? It used to be a law that you could beat your wife
Yeah.
if you did it like that. But like just because this is standard practice don't mean that this is cool. Like at some point you
Okay,
come
here-
back and you say this is not the way to do things, right? So because we've been screwing people on contracts
But
forever.
that's what I'm saying, DJ. It's like, in comparison to what is that screwing?
And then we gotta look. Okay, we also
I
gotta
tell you,
pay attention to. Okay, she did give an inflated royalty rate, but not only that, this dude invested at least $1 million into her. At least $1 million.
He blew her up.
I don't think so.
No?
I know so.
I don't think so.
I know so.
Okay, so
I've talked to people close to
Right.
that situation.
No, listen.
I know.
No, listen. So this is what I'm saying. Okay, so when I say he didn't blow her up, this is what I mean by that. If you think you could just put money behind somebody and push them, every record company would do it.
Every
what they
record company does. That's what they
And
do.
it does
what
not
they do.
work.
That's what they do.
It doesn't work. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Until that person connects with the people, it
Right.
does not work. Like, so the idea that you blew them, that's not what happened. What happened was that person had enough skill, likability. That's them.
I understand
what that
that.
is that's the record company looking for that and trying to find that in the person that they're signing.
Right. But they
But
here's-
but it has to be tested.
But-
And the only way to test it is to
Uh-huh.
do it.
The thing about it is, the person, you're right, she had certain attributes that just had to be born with. But at the end of the day, knowing this music industry, I don't give a damn how talented you are, how beautiful. I could show you another rapper right now from Houston that is beautiful.
I'm sure.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And she not, and she, you know, she got a, you know, a little something behind her, a little,
Yeah.
but she not getting near the looks. The thing with this music industry is you can have all the right things, but you have to be put in certain places. In order to be put in these certain places and positions, it takes money.
I'm not discounting it.
It takes money. Like,
I'm not discounting it.
you're gonna have to spend at least, and this is at the low end, $100,000
Okay.
to get a song going. That's just one song. And you spending at least and this is a low end, $100,000. So the money has to play. It does play a part. Yes,
I'm not saying
the
it
artist
doesn't.
has to connect and all of that, and that's right. But you still need the money to even get put in a position. Period.
Right.
Like,
So what are you saying, DJ?
I'm saying that still okay. So what happened to Tierra Marie? She didn't get a push. She didn't get millions of dollars put behind her. That didn't happen.
Did she?
Yeah,
you sure?
yeah. Jay talked about it. She had the budget over Rihanna. She had more money in her budget than Rihanna had in hers.
Tierra Marie don't look like Rihanna.
Petey Crack didn't get Petey Crack. Budget started out at 600,000 and capped out at 900. They went over budget by 300,000.
They was all eating off Petey Crack budget. Though.
No, everybody was eating off of everybody.
they was all eating off other.
But I'm saying
budget.
all those people had a push behind them. Freeway had a push. Chris and Eve had a push. Listen, so all I'm saying is again, that's how the music industry works. But the music industry has a very flawed model.
Absolutely.
Get an artist, put a whole bunch of money behind. We're gonna see, that didn't work. Do the next one.
Right.
And then they get one to go, and then that takes care of everything else, right?
Right.
But it's just a flawed model. So
yes.
So the idea that the person thinks that I made this person, because that's what he said. No, you did not. You didn't. You helped. You assisted. I'm not saying you don't count. I'm not trying to say you don't matter.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm just saying the
idea that you made.
Right.
Make another one.
Yeah, because
if you made that, put that same amount of money behind your next artist, and when they do the same thing she did, now you have a valid argument. The minute that it don't work, 1% of doubting you out. So when you try to test the theory, it has to work over and over and over. You can't just do it one time and that proves your hypothesis. That's not how that goes.
I don't see how that relates to this.
But what I'm saying is because he's saying I made her.
No, I didn't read that part. But,
oh yeah.
But to say that he blew her up,
he assisted in it for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So moving on because that was the whole point.
No, but what I'm saying is he's saying that he's trying to take 100% credit for it. And I'm saying that's not how that goes.
He can't take 100% credit for it. That part he can't.
He's taking 60% credit for it.
He don't deserve that much.
Bullshit.
Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. No, yes, he does.
No, he don't.
Dog, the industry is 90% business and 10% talent and everything else.
Listen. Listen.
Diesel's on the show.
It's 2020. There will never be another successful artist under Carl Crawford as long as he's alive. Guaranteed. He'll put millions of dollars behind him. There will never be another successful artist under Carl Crawford. Guaranteed.
Oh, doggy breath.
Guaranteed.
All right. You going outside?
These are different.
Yeah, he tripping.
He definitely made the show.
Yeah.
He made the show.
All right, Diesel.
He said he was gonna start.
Yeah.
Put dog breath on.
Go ahead, man. He ain't gonna leave.
Nah, he ain't going. I'm sorry.
You know, sit on down.
I'm sorry. I'm
he
gonna be
been
good.
defiant.
I'm gonna be good.
You don't want to go.
It's a stubborn dog you got there.
You want to wake up and get in the way.
Yeah.
For a while. So back to this contract though. 60-40 split. Remember when Cash Money and No Limit got that big deal when they did the 85-15?
There was no limit.
There was no limit.
Yeah.
Cash Money didn't go get the same deal?
So that Cash Money got
I know
a
they got a 30
distribution.
mil.
They got a distribution deal.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Universal.
right.
It wasn't the same kind of split how he had.
Oh, I thought they both got
No,
that
the
way.
dynamics of those deals were completely different.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Cash Money got a P&D.
yeah.
That's it. No
Oh,
Limit
okay.
kind of got a full label situation.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Either way.
Yeah.
What it boils down to is the amount of work that the investor was going to put in
Yes.
versus the artist and the company that whoever they were with, the amount of work that they were going to put in. Right.
So y'all agree with L.A. Reid?
Well, what are we talking about?
I'm saying like the way they always structured their contracts, right? So when he had So when you watch the movies, you see how he did with TLC. You see,
I never saw any of those, so you got to be more specific.
No, I'm saying like so. Record companies jerk artists.
Right.
This has been the standard.
Yeah, that's
Right.
This is
going on
this is
decades.
continuing to be the standard.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm standing on the couch saying this is crap. Call it out, and y'all saying that's just how it is.
No, what we're saying is the way it's structured is the investor takes most of the money back from whatever happens with the sales.
That's business.
That's
Like they
general.
got to recoup whatever
the
he
thing
wants to
is
recoup.
I don't have a problem with that.
the 85-15 thing was some bullshit.
It wasn't
When
It's a
you have
because I'm doing all of the work on the backside.
no. Look, the 85-15 thing was inverted for P.
He got the
That's
same-
what made the deal so special. Normally
And that's
they
a
would shoot them the
one-of-one.
money and take 85%.
Right, which is wrong.
Right, exactly.
That's
And
what I'm
P
saying.
and P flipped it. And they didn't want to do it. And he was like, no, it don't make sense no other way. So what I'm telling you is that once you start doing, because he had the pull to do it. What I'm saying is Megan Thee Stallion didn't have the pull to go to a startup company and say, I'm going to take most of the money though. And they gave her damn near half. So what is she mad about?
Again, from my understanding, she's mad about different clauses that are in the contract. Specifically, it was never line item. And
that's where I'm saying
and so to me this is where the snake behavior begins, right? Like, so because now I point to the things that are favorable for the artist to get you to not look at the things that aren't favorable for the artist, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so no, she gets he didn't come out and say what her advance was though. It's amazing how he didn't want to talk about that part.
But that's
But
not
he-
even
But
important.
that's not important.
Yes, it is. Because,
Bullshit.
Listen, it is because he's trying to. He's trying to come off as the guy who's giving you all the information when in fact he's giving you partial.
Right.
Right. So I'm focusing your attention over here. Oh, well, tell these people to show you their contracts and you'll see how whatever. Right.
Right.
So to make myself look like the victim, like, oh, they did me dirty because like, that's not what's going on.
Well, what's going on? Because that's the whole point I'm getting at is what is she mad at?
They listen.
Because
her-
the contract with the numbers that we know isn't enough. So what is she really tripping on?
Again, she hadn't come out and said that.
Because
And I haven't read the whole contract to know.
yeah,
All we
apparently
have
she
is-
didn't either.
All we have is her saying there's a problem. All we have is her management telling her, you need to look at your contract. And then her hiring lawyers to go over there. And so all we've heard is the fact that she have a problem with her contract. We hadn't heard any specifics or anything. She never talked dollars. She never talked percentages. She didn't talk about any of that. So now he came out and, oh, let me put this in everybody's face. And whenever somebody does that, I say, you got to watch that person every time. Because I guarantee you, when it come out, what it is that they got a problem with, it's going to be like, well, yeah, I have a problem with that too.
I will say.
I heard a wise man say, I see these
Oh,
dudes
shit.
get fooled by contact. I'll be a virgin in this game till I meet a celibate contract.
That sounds familiar.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
Touche.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's doing the work and she's the talent and he's the money behind it, I'm not discounting or discrediting what he does, regardless of how it's been forever ago. Now, the new sheriff in town, you got to do things differently. You got to be more fair. Got to be more. There's a difference between equality and equity. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it has to be equitable. It has to be where it makes sense for everybody involved. And so, for Carl, now, have we, now again, we live in Houston. Have we seen the push from him?
What you mean?
Like, just in the city? Like, visible? Like, do you feel like you know that there's a major, that there's a record company here named 1501?
Absolutely.
Hell no.
Absolutely.
Again, no, you talking about being in the industry though, Jay.
Well, you asked. I live in Houston.
So listen. So what do you see? So let's unpack this.
Okay, if you go to any kind of industry function, or just go to different studios in the city, you see different, because there are several artists signed to 1501.
Unfortunate for them.
And they definitely have a presence on the music scene in Houston. They do.
Right, but so the question was,
They're
the question wasn't, do they have a presence on the music scene?
I thought
It's, do they
Well,
have a presence in
I thought
Houston?
that was the
That's the
question.
way. That's the way it starts, isn't it?
But listen. So when did this company start?
I don't know.
Right. So all I'm saying is this, right? So we know who she is at this point. We've known for well over a year who she is, right? So what have they done as the company, right? What have they done to link her to them just in Houston? We ain't even talking about spreading to Dallas or nothing. So prior to Megan,
I think that's a flawed way of doing things anyway, though.
what do you mean?
Like, what have they done to link her to them in Houston?
Yeah.
Like, why does that matter?
Because, okay, so if I have one of the biggest artists in the world, I want people to know she's here. So that way, I get more talent here. I get more notoriety for my company because she's bigger than the label. The reason what was so effective about Master P is they always scream no limit. Cash Money always scream cash money.
And that was the point I was going to bring up, was that nobody ever really cared until P and Baby and Slim them started making pieces.
Understood.
So like that wasn't really a thing that needed to happen.
Right. So in that,
So like, why do we need to know about that record
Now,
I
company?
mean,
If
there's
we-
1501 pieces all over Houston, if
Right,
that's
but
what we're talking about.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, if we were saying this, if this was 1995, you'd have a point. But everything after those guys, come on, dog. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta make that.
I don't think it's necessary.
Mm-mm.
I don't think
You-
that
you
has
can-
nothing to do with nothing at this
There's
point.
not a major artist I can. There's not a major artist I
Just
can name.
because
you
it's
can't-
standard.
No, listen.
Right.
Listen, I know. Watch. Right, it's a nice try. Listen, there's not a major artist I can name, and you can't tell me what they signed to.
Absolutely.
Not a major artist.
Absolutely.
Why does that matter though? Does that not make them major if you don't know that?
No, that's not the point. The point is, you know the record company too,
But why does that matter?
because that's what the point is. If the record company is trying to come on the backside and say, hey, well, we need our credit. Well, you didn't do your part. You didn't do your part. You didn't.
That sounds
How
like
many
something that the
interviews
industry
have you
needs to
watched,
know.
or how many times have you seen Megan prior to this whole blow up situation, prior to the whole Rock Nation deal? Because every time I seen her, she was hollering 1501. You seen Carl with her. You seen T. Ferris with her. You seen her with 1501 chains on. Seen everybody around her with 15. Like, I think they did a pretty good job of letting the world know, or letting us know.
I
I
think
think
she
they
come from
done
1501.
If that's what she was doing, I think that's all that needed to be done. I don't think that
Like,
needs
I
to
don't
be a
think she needs
billboard
to
with 1501
have a
on it.
1501 bar in every song.
I'm not. Again, I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about what have they done.
I
The
mean,
point
what
is
you
that-
want them all in the videos?
Listen.
Dancing.
Yeah. Listen.
Fuck out of here, man. Come on,
Listen,
man.
Listen.
DJ, you talking about some superficial
Yeah,
shit
come
right
on,
now.
I'm
man.
I'm telling you.
Come on, man. Why
Listen.
do they need to be in the? They not the rappers. Why do we want to see Carl Crawford dancing
I didn't say I want to see Carl Crawford dance.
in her video?
I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, Carl Crawford was the money man. He was the backing, the financial backing. I'm not giving him credit for anything past that. So that means,
That's a big deal, though.
is he?
What you mean?
Nah.
Yeah, that man spent a bunch of money.
That's what makes or break you.
Exactly.
That's not the only thing. Listen, stop, man. Like, it's
That is-
2020.
Nigga, yes, it is 2020 and everything costs.
And niggas, like,
Everything costs.
So rappers not making it off SoundCloud. That's not happening. I just made that up.
Bruh,
Not
let me
until the
explain to
money
you how
come
this
with it.
Come on,
SoundCloud
man,
thing
stop.
work. Let me explain to you how this SoundCloud thing work. you're not gonna get to all the media outlets you need to get to just off putting your song on SoundCloud. That is not how that works.
What I said either.
That is not how that works. At some
You
point,
left it out.
at some point,
it's not. Listen, I'm
at
getting
some
to it.
point, I don't care. You gonna have to get some money behind you. This rap thing costs money.
I didn't say
period.
it didn't, Jay.
If you don't have money,
Which is why it's so important to say that's why his part was so important.
yes.
But we not gonna overvalue you. If Carl Crawford putting his money behind people made them stars, do it again. There will never.
We don't know.
You
that
can't-
it's not
you
gonna
can't
happen
say
again.
that.
I can't make
You
it
You
seem
can't
like
say
Watch.
that, man.
Watch.
You can't say that.
Watch.
You cannot say that.
I said it. And
You
watch
can't
it.
say that.
And after every year,
We cannot predict
look,
the
March,
future.
every year we gonna do a check.
No, we not. I
Well,
don't care.
I'ma
I'm
do
not
a
that
check.
invested
What?
into it.
I'm telling you,
I'm not that invested into
I'm
it.
gonna do a check every year,
All I'm saying is you can't undervalue someone who has spent
and you can't
$1
overvalue
million
them either.
on you.
You can't overvalue them either.
Because without that $1 million being spent, you wouldn't be able to be put in position
That's
to
not-
be where you are today.
Without
Okay,
that,
so-
you're
so
O&B bloodbath.
Period.
Listen. Okay, so this is what we're saying. So the money people make the artists. Yes?
The
Nobody
money
said
people
that.
create the opportunities that the artists are in.
Right. I'm not saying that they don't.
Without the money people, the opportunities aren't going to be there.
Period.
Hold on. First of all, that's overstating. You don't have to overstate it.
All right, check this out. Me and Rand put together a dope project with no budget.
Right.
Okay, so imagine if we had a Carl Crawford budget behind Bloodline.
Right.
We would go much farther than what we went with the project.
Okay.
That is the missing variable right there.
Okay.
We got everything else. Had we had the hundreds of thousands of dollars we needed to push this project properly, man, there's no telling.
Right.
The money is you cannot undervalue the money.
But
Everything in rap costs.
But here-
Everything
but
costs.
Here, listen. So look, this is what you said. You said that that's the missing variable. No, that's a missing variable.
No, that is the
listen
missing
to what
variable.
I'm saying. So again, by that logic, every skilled rapper, highly skilled rapper, who gets a budget will be at a certain.
I
that's
did
what I'm
not
saying.
say that. I
Right.
did
So
not say that.
that's why I said it's a missing variable. I'm not discounting
Because
know how
I said
skilled
we
y'all
had
are.
everything else.
I know how skilled y'all are. I know all of this.
What
Like, I've got to see you guys work up close and personal. Like, so I already know. So my respect level for your talent is through the roof. What I'm saying is there are still other things that we can't account for until that thing is there. Right?
And what we saying is
You
you
right.
cannot undervalue the money.
I'm not undervaluing it. I'm not saying it don't count. I'm not
It's so-
saying
it
close
sure
to
feel
it.
that
You're
way,
pretty
man.
close.
I'm not.
You're
No,
pretty
this
close
is
to
what
saying
I'm saying.
that.
Because
Well,
all
this is
those
why-
Because
other
you're putting
things- hey,
way more emphasis on her personal attributes, her talent, and this, that, and the third. When everybody in this room know the industry is 90% business, 10% everything else.
All I'm saying is this. To me, it sounds like you guys are making the money the X factor, and I'm not doing it.
You got to pay to play in this industry.
I didn't say you don't.
It has to. It is a huge factor.
Listen, no.
It's a huge factor.
Listen, this is the way I see it.
We're having a Shark Tank moment here.
I'm telling you, man, listen. The way I see it is this. There's talent, and then there's all these other things that people care about. Look, likability, believability, all these different things that are all chopped up in this pot too. But we're just reducing it to talent and money that creates the opportunity, and then it, I don't think that's how it goes. I don't. I really don't.
Well, this is the bottom line of what we're saying. The X factor is real. That thing that makes you a star is real.
Right.
So that has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But don't mean nothing without the money there.
I don't believe that.
Bro, Carl
Believe it.
Crawford lined a lot of people's pockets
Listen,
to put Megan in that position.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not discounting anything that he actually did.
You kind of are.
You kind of
No, I'm
are,
not.
You
DJ.
kind of are,
I'm
Damien.
just not gonna overvalue it and put it like. So listen.
You're right by saying that if he can't do it with somebody else, then that proves your point that it's not just that.
But
You're
yeah.
right. But that X factor won't make it without, like, one thing, it definitely needs the other.
Right.
Look, we've seen it time and again. Like,
You know, the most talented people that you've ever heard rap aren't stars. Just like you know there's some people that should be in the NBA but aren't there.
Yeah.
okay. So listen. So
Okay.
here's
How
the
long
difference.
ago? Okay, yeah, we
So
hitting
here's the
this mark.
difference in how you'll say that and how I'll say that. You'll say it's money, and I say it's opportunity.
But the money creates opportunities.
Sometimes.
All the time. In
Right.
hip hop.
No.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
When listen. So again, it's been the industry.
This horse is
standard.
dead.
It's been no, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. It's been an industry standard to do it that way, and I think people just like, that's kind of like no.
What I
I feel
definitely
like L.A. Reid was a crook. I don't care how much money he pushed behind them girls. He's wrong. It was a trash deal. Same thing. when
Those
it came
happen.
to all those.
yeah, these
You
deals
watch
are
them
not
unsung-
artist centric.
You watch those unsung stories, and everybody all got screwed over the same way. That's not the
Yeah.
right way to do that.
They didn't get the Megan deal though,
No.
because they would have not been screwed over had they
let's
had the Megan
also
deal.
keep in mind that a lot of these artists chose to live well beyond their means. So some of it's not all on the label. It's like
if
you
a
know
lot of those artists got 40% royalties and part of their masters, they wouldn't have been on Unsung.
right.
But the point is, that's what I'm saying. They were getting screwed over because they didn't get a favorable deal. And I'm not saying that her deal is totally trash. I ain't looked at it. I can't wait for them to release the whole
I want to
thing.
know what it is she
Man,
doesn't
they'll
like
never
about
show
the
that
deal.
whole
What
contract,
is
man.
it that they pointed out that made her say, "I'm gonna stop dealing with this dude"?
I think it was just the whole fact that it was like a complete 360 deal and they touched everything.
Yeah, that I understand.
Yeah.
That is always a bad idea for the
And
artist,
I think that-
except
Yeah.
when the split that you're getting is such a high amount that it's almost a partnership. Like all you got to do is make music and create.
Now, what I don't have an issue with is someone who's amassed kind of the kind of success that Megan has amassed, deciding that, hey, I want to discuss my contract. Let's renegotiate some things. I've proven myself to be,
Right,
be an asset.
right. She didn't try to get out of the deal.
Yeah.
She didn't do that. She just said, let's renegotiate.
So that part, I do.
I want to know what the renegotiating is
Yeah.
because I'm still on this.
right.
The
That's what I'm
fact
saying.
that the numbers I saw, if that's what's in the contract, it must have been some real slick shit on the back
That's
end of
what I'm
that.
saying. That's the point. The fact that he came and just, hey, let me put this in your, like, whenever people do that, we seen that happen at several different points. When people try to put something in your face to be like, nah, it wasn't all bad because look at this right here. To me, that's the white dude saying, like, I got black friends like they was in my house.
I got black free.
You know what I'm saying? When they do that and pushing something on you like that,
Yeah.
I always think like, man, gotta watch it. It's
I
something
can see
behind it.
that side.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could it possibly be? Because everybody, whenever I hear a situation or hear about bad contracts, everybody's dealing with a 3% royalty, a 5% royalty. Points is what they call it.
Points, yeah.
Right.
3 points, 5
Listen.
points, 6
Right.
points.
And that's what I'm saying. So look,
And the manager's getting 20% of the points, or the manager's getting 40 or 50% of the points.
Yeah, that's
Right.
crazy. That's
So,
Like
crazy.
those are fucked up deals.
listen. So I heard somebody say this.
I heard somebody tell me the other day that the manager was trying to get 60% of whatever the artist that they were working for. Somebody I knew
Yeah.
told me that they were doing that's like their family, and I'm sitting there like 20% is the manager. That's what we going for. Now anything above that, I guess is negotiable.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah. But it's like this, right? So look.
But you have to ask for some shit like that is dirty.
Right.
So if all your money points, the stuff that you make money from, is not some slick underhanded shit. Where's the back end shit that you're upset about? What is that? What could it be?
But maybe it wasn't the back end stuff. Maybe it was just some intermediate thing.
What could it be though, man?
I don't know.
That's what this discussion need to be about. Not about all this other shit that you keep flipping flopping on.
No, I ain't flipped and flopped on nothing.
I know you didn't. I just said the shit. I know you don't flip flop.
And I said that they hadn't come out and discussed it. And I'm saying that this clown pushed this stuff in our face, and there's more to meets the eye than that.
Jay, can you find out if there's some other shit about Megan's contract?
Okay.
Man,
because that's what that.
Key.
Huh?
If it don't come out on her,
I mean,
it'll come out. It might not come out public, but people talk.
Even if it's speculation,
people talk.
I can't imagine what it could be. Everybody has problem when it comes to money.
Right.
So if the money points are good, what else is there that's gonna make you want to what makes you renegotiate 40 points?
If I want
what
more.
makes you do that?
Like okay, so listen. In the NBA, dudes got guaranteed contracts, right? They'll get through some of their contract and then decide, well, I'm gonna sit out. We're gonna renegotiate. What's wrong with the $25 million you're making? I deserve more. That's it.
And didn't I just point that out? That I don't have an issue with that.
And you don't.
I don't have an issue with her proving herself.
You get what you have the leverage to negotiate. And if you got the leverage to negotiate, I need more.
I don't
okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm not disagreeing with that because you're just trying to change the standard.
No, you definitely moving goalposts.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's not moving goalposts. No, you asked what could she have a problem with, and I said, I'm saying she can decide she needs more.
She can decide that, but she got a better deal than anybody else ever.
Listen.
So my thing, no, come on, DJ. So my thing is that you have the best deal ever, outside of it being the 360, and you probably got the best 360 deal ever. So sounds like you want to take more control. At that point, you got to be the one that's putting in more of the work, not just as an artist. So to earn more back from, I'm trying not to use the term standard because that's not really what it is now. She's beyond standard. That 40, that put her beyond standard.
That was generous.
Yes.
That was pretty generous. So I gotta say.
What else could you do to make it where I'm willing, I'm an owner, I'm already giving you damn near half plus part of your masters. What else could you do that's gonna make me give you more than that? Like you gotta put on another hat.
No. He said no.
All right. This is the I Said It podcast.
No.
Jay, where can they find you? Where can they find you, Jay?
All I have to do is out-earn my contract.
Yeah, you got to deliver 4 more albums, and then you can do whatever.
Right. So
she gonna go to Rock Nation.
You can't do that before you even put out an official album.
Ooh wee.
Right. Everything's been mixtapes.
You can't do that before you put out an official
honored
album.
Any part of your contract thus far.
Yes.
And you gonna have some lawyers come talk about some.
Right.
Man, if you don't sit your. Jay, where can they find you at?
No. We're not finna do this. Listen. I'm gonna say this.
I'm sleep.
I'm gonna say this. Look, because one man beat his wife every day, don't mean it's okay that the other dude beat his wife once a week.
What does beating his wife got to do with
what I'm
Megan
saying is,
the generous...
if it's bad, it don't matter that something is not as bad.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
the dude who pop pills every day, he ain't like, it ain't like, well, at least I ain't doing crack. Like we're not doing that.
So we beating our women or popping pills?
What I'm saying is that we have to reverse the thinking to where it's like it's favorable. It's not better than like you know what I'm saying? It's not better than.
See, this is the thing though. So I get what you're saying. Historically, none of these contracts are hardly ever artist-centric because it's never really a 50-50 deal. It's never 50. The artist, especially, okay, I'll just speak in Megan's situation. Right. This is what we're talking about. Megan didn't come to the table bringing 50%.
Right.
She just didn't.
Right.
Hardly anyone knew who Megan was before her 1501 affiliation. So the fact that she getting 40% is what me and Rand kind of, we can't get past that. That part, and then she has the unmitigated gall.
That temerity.
And we love Megan, we love her, but we just have a hard time understanding, like, how could you possibly?
Right, I get it.
You got to buy this artist-centric of a contract as you gonna get, especially with your first deal.
Listen,
is something wrong with having a better contract than everybody else?
Again, we don't know if it's better than everybody else.
Yes, we do.
No,
She
we
get
don't.
40% royalties.
40%.
40%.
What's Chance contract? Nobody knows.
I bet it ain't that.
We don't know. We're
Man,
guessing.
Look.
Just
What
like
we
y'all
do
told
though,
me, I was guessing with this. What we doing here?
what we
We're
do
guessing.
though is if this is a 60-40 split,
It sounds like she
she
got a
can't
deal.
ask for much more.
She got a deal from somebody who didn't know any better, and she took advantage. Is what it sounds like. It was like we'll just make it a 360.
It's not even okay. First of all, she ain't put out a legit album.
Right.
This is not like Cardi B, who has proven herself
Right.
on all ends. She's put out platinum albums, platinum singles. Hey, do Megan even have a platinum single?
Yeah. I just read it today that Whatchamacallit was a platinum single.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she got one platinum single. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What I'm saying is she's got a lot more ground to cover. Before she could demand more.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with Rand. Like, okay,
And the first album come out when this weekend, right?
I don't know.
Because the judge
I
ruled
didn't
that.
stop following.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out Friday.
So I'm telling you what. So listen. So here's this is my final thing to say about it.
Okay.
So if he wins, that all she gotta do is put out 4 albums. She gonna put out 4 albums. Watch.
Yeah. What
Quick.
she should do.
Like, and it's gonna be garbage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she gonna be like, well, I fulfill my obligation. Out.
And then she possibly sabotages
Yeah, but
her
I think
career in
this
the
is
process.
hurting her more than anything. This whole thing.
I think he'll deal
think
with more
this is
fallout than
hurting
she
her.
will.
He will.
He'll deal with more fallout than she will.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, if they hold the power to be able to stagger her releases, that's gonna hurt her, especially in this kind of climate where you here today and gone tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
but-
it's 1,000 women right now waiting.
But them
Waiting.
and so she already got
And-
a huge victory over him. The fact that she won in court already.
But that's just a small victory. That's
No, I'm saying
that's
like
small,
right? But it allows the album
and that's
to come out.
temporary. Yeah, that's just temporary.
So that means she got.
We
three-
think
she
we
got 3
talking
records
long
to
term.
go.
We talking long term. We really talking long term here. This could really come back and bite her in the behind.
We're gonna have to see.
Yeah. Now, with me saying this, let me just say, I don't wish no ill will on Megan. I hope she win. I do. But this is messy.
Yeah.
This whole thing is messy, and it's not good for either party.
Yeah.
It's not good for either one of them. Yes,
And-
Carl gonna get some fallout.
But to me, this is what Carl should have did. Carl should have played it like, oh, okay.
Oh, he
in the
should have
public
definitely
eye.
stayed out of the public eye.
Yeah.
And the
He
public guy should play like,
definitely
oh,
No
should
doubt.
have stayed out the public eye.
because
with
he
it.
made it like so now people are associating Carl Crawford with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Everybody is not gonna be savvy enough because even when you look at the headlines, it says ex-MLB outfielder Carl Crawford. It don't even mention the record label in it. So they're making it a Carl Crawford versus Megan thing, right? And again, that's just to me that's not good.
That's not good. That's not good. But I want to see Megan win. I will check the album out just because she's from the crib. And
You did say you weren't looking for an album before this even happened.
mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure everybody know if they listen to the podcast and Jay don't sound enthused, it ain't because he's mad about this situation.
No,
'Cause
not at
3
all.
weeks ago when we were
Not
talking
at all.
about the artists who we want to hear albums
Yeah.
from, I said her and you was like, nah, I'm off that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah.
he ain't no prisoner of the moment.
No.
He keeping that same energy.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out. Like I said, I keep saying, I don't want to see her lose. I hope she win, but it's just, for my personal taste,
Where's Lizzo?
who cares? For my
Album named Sugar.
my personal taste, like her music just haven't been. I like Big Old Freak. That shit to me, when I heard that Big Old Freak is jamming. Ain't nothing else really caught me like that. Period. That's my opinion. And I know I'm not the demographic for it, so who cares what Jay thinks? I'm not even the demographic for that music. But, you know, nothing else has caught me like that. I done listened to her projects and whatever, you know. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Can we wrap this thing up now, man? Shit, we ain't got all night to be sitting around here doing it. Y'all want to talk for 2 more hours?
I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yep.
Man, I'm tired.
All right, let's go.
We just chopped the show in half and put this one out in parts.
Nah, we finna put out one long episode.
Jay,
We
where
gonna
can
be
they
good.
find
Our
you at,
fans
man?
deserve it, man.
This is my 3rd time saying it.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Jayon713. I do not do Facebook.
Why?
Oh, wow.
Why?
Because Facebook for old people.
Like the ones who get sleepy at 11 o'clock. Was good.
The ones who've been up since 5 in the morning, going nonstop. Yes, we have a right to get sleepy.
Yeah, those bags of mulch are heavy,
I swear.
by the way. All right, man. So you can find me on the IG as Ill Ran. You can also find me on the Facebook as Ill Ran. And every now and then you can find me on the Twitter,
Why?
because I be Twittering.
Wikipedia.
As Ill_Ran_is_bike. And DJ the DJ.
Don't find me.
I'll find you.
You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast. Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.
Black Ops Gang in the house. Yeah. BCG Bang Bang Boogie.
I'm on my cash shit.
Gang, gang.